is estimated that Nigeria has a deficit of over 17,000 houses and requires over 700,000 houses annually compared to lesser than 100,000 currently being constructed. Huge as the challenge looks, experts have said that addressing the shortage of housing in Nigeria cannot be left in the hands of government alone. Now already, private companies are investing in the sector, bringing opportunities to people, at least you want to say those who can afford it. And this time, Real Estate and Construction Expo 2021 is especially inviting the general public, buyers and sellers, as well as other stakeholders to a 4-day real estate buyers and sellers forum to enable them buy and sell houses and land as well at a discounted rate starting from tomorrow. Now, what are the benefits of the Expo to participants and exhibitors? What is the benefit of this to Nigeria as a country, and who are those organizing this event? We have a lot more questions to ask on the program tonight. Guests are seated on Nigeria Today to give us answers to this and other questions that will be coming up. Welcome. I am Musbah and Wahab. Now to discuss the benefits of Real Estate and Construction Expo 2021, I have joining me first Dr. Aden Johnson. He is the chairman of Recon Expo Organizing Committee. Welcome to the studio, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you very much.
Also here is Victoria Akai. She is the Director General of Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Glad to have you, madam.
Thank you very much, Ms. Powell.
All right, we've got a lot to hear from you this time on the program. Let me start with Dr. Johnson. Can you tell us what this Expo is all about? When did you start it, and for how long has it been around?
Yes, thank you very much. The Expo is the Real Estate and Construction Expo. It started since 2016. This is actually the 5th edition. And the Expo is meant to contribute to the federal government's efforts at reducing the housing deficit in the country. We know that housing is one of the basic necessities of man. It's only next to food and clothing. Once you have been able to take care of your food and clothing needs, the next thing is shelter, and it's a basic fundamental, and that is the reason the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDAN, in collaboration with a shelter aid organization and some other relevant organizations, both from the private and the public sectors. That's why they came together to put together this exhibition to help solve this problem, which has been a major concern to the Nigerian populace, because we know that government alone cannot solve the problem.
Very well.
So we are now getting the private sector involved, and the private sector will be better represented when they are organized. That's why we are working through the organized private sectors. The Abuja Chamber of Commerce, like you know, is the city chamber for the FCT, as well as a national chamber. It's a business membership organization, and the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria is also a business membership organization that is regulating. It's an umbrella body of all real estate developers in Nigeria. So we raised concern about this ever-increasing housing deficit.
All right.
That's why we came together to see what we can do. As at 2019, the housing deficit was put at about 17 to 18 million. But as at last year, it rose to over 22 million. And if care is not taken, if nothing is done, before the end of the year, it may get up to 25 million. So every right-thinking individual in this country that can help should really rise up to the occasion and help. So that is why we are coming together to support federal government's effort at solving this problem, because we know that it is a major problem. You know that housing goes with a lot of problems, security and social problems, you know, but we believe that with all these collective efforts, both from the private and the public sectors, that we'll be able to do something reducing this.
Thank you very much, Dr. Johnson. Now, it's good to know that you have said that you are ready to contribute towards reducing the housing deficits we have in this country. Is growing with the population of the country, like you have alluded to. Now, Victoria, what's the place of Abuja Chamber of Commerce in this collaboration?
Okay, so Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry is collaborating as a partner with Shelter Aid's Recon Expo. The motivating factor for this is that we have had a lot of inquiries from investors about how they can come into Nigeria to invest in the real estate business. Also, we have had a lot of people submitting proposals, trying to make presentations, business networkings on innovative building techniques. So the advantage for us at Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry is that our members will have access to markets. Also, we are supporting Recon Expo through our 4 centers. There's a lot of inquiries also about, look, we need skilled men in the construction industry. We have companies coming from Europe, from Asia, saying Nigeria has a shortage of skilled men. So this is an opportunity to also encourage our people to go into construction skills, young persons and other persons who might be interested, to also tell them about the benefit of having construction skills, whether you are an artisan or you are a professional. Now, you know, I would speak a little bit more on acquiring construction skills, because it solves a lot of problems.
All right, you can do that quickly.
Okay, so if we have the industries, the construction industries, come in and invest in Nigeria, and our young persons have the skills, then the employment goes to them, and we're able to, as a Chamber of Commerce, contribute to reducing the huge, employment vacuum in the country. It will also help us reduce the issues of construction businesses going out of Nigeria to Togo, Ghana, Benin Republic to bring in skilled artisans, when in fact our young persons are without jobs. So these are all the benefits of, these are all our interest. This is our interest in partnering with Recon this year, and even in the previous years.
I think I like that part, Victoria, because we're talking of lack of employment opportunities in this country growing, and if you can play that role to ensure that Nigerians really benefit from that perspective, I think it will be a very good thing. Now, Dr. Johnson, can you tell us some of the benefits of this Recon Expo to participants and exhibitors who want to participate in it?
Yes, before I get into that, let me add a little to what the DG just said.
All right.
Because it's very critical. If you look at the theme of this year's exhibition, it is advancing economic growth through investment in real estate and infrastructure.
Right.
And if we desire to advance economic growth, we cannot do that effectively without addressing the issue of unemployment. And through this exhibition, we are going to, have training of artisans, and also training of even graduates Why I'm saying this is that during one of my trips, a company approached me to help them recruit artisans from Nigeria. But we find out that most of these artisans can neither read nor write. And that's now created that gap for us to also try to engage graduates. Instead of you roaming the streets that we are looking for white collar jobs, government jobs, why don't you take to these skills and vocations? So that is what we are doing. We are trying to suck in graduates that can read and interpret instructions and building drawings. So we are training them. It is one critical segment of this exhibition. Then back to the person you asked about the benefits to both the exhibitors and the participants.
All right, before you quickly talk about the benefits, you talked about training artisans. How do you intend to go about this? How are you attracting them, and where are they taking place? Is it only in Abuja here or across the country? Quickly attend to that before you move on.
Well, for now, it is in Abuja. We are starting with Abuja.
Right.
You know, then in due course we will spread to other parts of the country. Then the benefits are quite enormous. One is that it will help the real estate developers to sell their properties, help furniture companies, help building materials producers and dealers to sell their stock. You know, if you drive around town, you see a lot of completed houses that are lying fallow there, unoccupied and locked up. It's because they don't have the market. They don't have access to the people that need these houses. So we are bringing both the seller and the buyer together under one roof. We are creating a market for them. So it will help them sell their existing houses. Those who have land, serviced land, plots of land to sell, we also bring in people. You can buy the land and now build at your own pace. Another one is that the participants will have the opportunity of buying houses of their choice at very, very reduced rates. We have been able to strike a deal with these real estate developers, and they are going to sell their houses at up to 10% discount. You know, once you sign in or once you sign off, then you are entitled to a 10% discount. You must not pay at that point, but for the fact that you have, you know, made your booking during the exhibition, you will be entitled to that discount. Also, we've talked about training. A lot of new techniques in building are coming up. So many of these people that are coming with these new techniques and innovations in building that will reduce the cost of building, reduce the construction time, because these are the things that are adding up to increase the cost of building. And once the cost of building remains high, the selling price will remain high.
Very well. I understand that very well, Dr. Johnson. We have a lot of questions to ask you, but quickly let's take a break. I'll bring in Victoria after the break to talk about some of those expectations from participants from this forum in just a moment. All right, thanks a lot for sticking around. It's still Nigeria Today, and we've been discussing the need to be part of the 2021 Real Estate and Construction Expo with Dr. Anene Johnson. He's the chairman of Recon Expo Organizing Committee, and I also have Victoria Akai, Director General of Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in the studio. Now, Victoria, a lot of people will be interested in this because we know what it means to have a home. In the opening segment of Dr. Johnson, he talked about shelter, how necessary it is. Now, what are the expectations? What do you expect from those who will participate in this? What are the modalities for selection, and who are those expected, really?
Okay, so there are various days, there are various events that are going to happen all through the expo. There's going to be on day one the construction training. We know that we cannot train artisans in one day, but what we're going to do on day one is to show people the value. The value of being a construction artisan, what you're going to gain from it, and who should be a construction artisan. You know, in Nigeria, we have this stigma about construction artisans. We think it is people who didn't go to school. Yeah. We think it's people who couldn't make anything out of their lives that should be artisans. So I invite you to come to this expo and watch even international experts talk about technical and vocational education, and then you see the importance of having everyone from a graduate to someone who didn't even go to school explore the opportunities of being an artisan. The expo is also going to touch on the new realities that we're facing now. So we in our advert, we said we're going to have up to 50,000 participants. You know that we cannot have 50,000 participants in one physical meeting now with the current realities. So we want our participants to also consider the digital platforms. Go online. There are a lot of opportunities online. We have virtual exhibition booths, and the discounts that Dr. Anene spoke about are also available online. So I encourage the general public to go online. We also are going to have a lot of events that will be focusing on construction professionals.
Okay, you talked about the discounts. Quickly, let me cut in. Are you also considering the low income earners?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, they're also going to be considered, yes. So we're going to have a lot of activities for construction professionals. There will be a lot of interesting discusses for them. We're also going to use it as a platform for advocacy with government and other stakeholders. So it's going to be a very interesting event. I invite everyone who is interested in buying a house or in the construction industry to attend this expo. Not to also forget that the government's economic sustainability plan has voted a lot of money to the construction industry. If we don't come in as professionals and as businessmen to take opportunity of it, we will end up with the complaints that we're bringing in professionals and contractors from outside the country. So we need to come, have the conversation with government, show them our ability, and then take advantage of the opportunities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, I'm still going to stay with you. You've talked about inviting professionals and qualified people to participate in this, but yes, we still have people who knows this fear about owning land in Abuja. They know how difficult it is to get the right papers in order not to fall victim of this racketeering. Now, how you are laying fears of people who really have interest to participate in this and own land?
We have invited the Ministry of Federal Capital Territory. We invited the minister to come. We are working together with staff of the ministry to, just come and give people an idea of how to avert these kinds of fears that might come to them. Being a member of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry is of big advantage to business persons and even to individuals. Because when you transact through the Chamber of Commerce, it is very likely that you are going to transact with genuine professionals and genuine businessmen. So to allay those fears, come to the fair, carry out genuine business networkings, route the information through the Chamber of Commerce. We would help you carry out due diligence on whoever you want to do business with, and then you are able to avoid all these issues about racketeering.
All right, thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that, and I hope people too will be interested to come and take this opportunity. Now, Dr. Johnson, you just listened to Madam Victoria. How is this going to help the overall goal of reducing the deficit? You have talked about it briefly at the initial statement when you started your comments initially. How are you intending to make sure that this assists the government? And with these, how do you see governments achieving the aim of providing this more than 22 million that you've talked about, rising from 16 to 17 and then 22 million deficit now?
Yes, thank you. To add to what the DG said about in her answer to your question about dealing with racketeering and all those quack and fake agents that sell fake land papers and dupe people. This is of great concern to every investor or developer.
Very well.
It's a major problem in Abuja. We know that. That is why we have invited even the director of Aegis. There's a session that has been set aside to discuss access to land and the ease of title regularization and registration. So the director of Aegis is going to come and throw more light. If you want to buy land for development, the steps that you need to take to avoid being duped. And like she has said, if you go through the Abuja Chamber of Commerce, definitely you won't be, because you can always fall back to the chamber that their member did some of these things that are unethical. Also, the REDAN, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, they are coming in and they will provide a guarantee for any land you buy in their estates. So you are very, very covered.
All right.
Then, coming to the last question you asked, we are doing a lot to ensure that the efforts of the federal government are complemented. We are not in competition with anybody, but we are here to complement and support government's efforts.
That's good to know. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, Madam Victoria, quickly, can you let us know where and when this forum is taking place before we let you go?
Okay, so the Recon Expo is taking place at the Abuja International Trade and Convention Center on Airport Road next to ShopRite. That's where the expo is happening, and I invite you to all come and experience this great experience.
Not only to experience, but to come and own a land or house. Really, Dr. Johnson, you quickly want to add something before we allow you to go?
Yes, the exhibition is coming up from tomorrow to Saturday. Why we extended it to Saturday is to allow enough time for civil servants who may be engaged or committed in the offices during the week. There's a weekend Saturday, so you can come. And also there will be this buyer-sellers forum, like I mentioned earlier. Mortgage banks will be there to provide mortgage, at single-digit interest rate, so you will definitely, I can assure you of that. If you come there, you will definitely see a property, a house or land that will be of interest to you. And I want to call on everybody, both the big, the medium and the small, to come. There will be something for everybody during the expo.
Thank you very much, Dr. Johnson. Dr. Anene Johnson, Chairman, Organizing Committee of Recon Expo 2021. Thank you very much for your time and insights. We also like to appreciate Victoria Kai, Director General of the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for finding time to be part of Nigeria Today.
Thank you.
All right, Nigeria Today is live every weekday at 7:30 in the evening, but you can watch these and other editions of the program on youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. My name is Musba and Wahab. Try and make out time to own a land or house in Abuja.
Expo 2021, organized by